Are you scared? I can see you from behind. You can hear me in your mind.
Hey guys, it's Mandy, or better yet, today I will be known as the all-seeing witch who has been marked by my clan as the one who knows all and sees all. So, hit that thumbs up button, guys, if you like this tutorial. You know I couldn't stay serious for long. But if you like what I did here, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. It is the month of Halloween, so we'll be doing more fun stuff like this. I really hope you guys enjoy my first Halloween tutorial, guys. You can really change it up and do whatever colors, you know, I mean, you can make it your own. And just the clothes, and, you know, I have this lacy black, and the hair pulls it all together. So if you want to see how I got this look, then stay tuned. Alright guys, so as you might notice, I don't quite look like myself. Yeah, I have already blocked my brows out off camera because I'm not an expert in that by any means, and you can look up any tutorial. There's a million out there that teach you how to block your brows out. I blocked mine out using just, you know, an Elmer's glue stick. It's the purple kind. And some translucent setting powder, and a little bit of concealer on top. So, no more brows. You can't see them. I did leave this little bit in the front here because I'm going to start my brows here for our little Wicked Witch, and I'm going to make them look a little bit more menacing. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take a foundation shade that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin, just a little bit lighter to make me look a little ghostly pale. I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. This is in the shade 110 Porcelain. And I'm going to be taking my slightly dampened beauty sponge and just buff that in all over your face. Even taking this a little bit over the brows where you've blocked them off already, or blocked them out already, I'm sorry. And we do want to go ahead and drag this down our neck to make our neck look a little bit more pasty than normal. Okay, I've tried to scoot up a little bit closer here so you can see a little bit more in detail what I'm doing. So after you have your foundation fully blended out all over your skin, and I brought it to about right here on my neck, let's go ahead and grab our concealer. If you have a white concealer, this would be the time to pull that out. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so I'm just going to take my normal Maybelline Master Conceal here in Fair and just do my normal concealing routine, but not use quite as much of that. And then I'm going to go back in just a second and show you how to make it more bright. Okay, after you have your concealer blended out, take any white cream that you might have. I'm actually going to be using this Color Tattoo 24-hour cream eyeshadow, and I'm going to take my palette knife right here. You can use a butter knife, whatever you have on hand, and I'm just going to scoop into this, scooping a little bit of it on my knife, and I'm going to blend that into the back of my hand. I'm not going to do this on a palette because I want to kind of warm it up to the temperature of my body so that it's more malleable. Okay, once you have it warmed up there a little bit, just go ahead and take your beauty sponge, get a little bit on there, and we'll pat it in the areas that we would like to brighten up even more. And if you're having trouble getting it to blend with your beauty blender, you can use what God gave you, which is your 2 fingers right here, because it works best once it is skin temperature or like body temperature, once you warm it up a little bit. And I'm going to take a little bit and go right here on my chin, just kind of brighten up everywhere you would normally highlight. Okay, and so next I want to go ahead and contour our cheeks because she is going to be so glam. So I'm going to just take my NYX contouring palette here, And I want to very lightly do this with these tan shades that they have in here because I want my contour to be a little bit more gray. But we do want to lay down some tan first. So I'm going to take my contouring brush here and let's see. I'm going to dip into this lightest shade mixed with a little bit of this even lighter shade to contour with. And I'm just going to lightly start contouring my cheekbones. And before I get into any heavier contouring, I want to go ahead and set this white cream that I have on my face right now. And for that, I'm going to be using the Lunatick Cosmetics Mystifying Mattifying Powder. Just really any white pressed powder or white powder. Any white powder that you have will work perfectly for this. Okay, and the next step in our contouring process, which this is going to be the darkest contour, is grab any gray shade that you have. It can be eyeshadow, you know, whatever. Grab some gray and a smaller brush. And we're going to go and really chisel these cheeks out. Once you get to about this area, let me knock some excess off. We want to slowly start drawing a line back this way because I want the illusion that our witch has very hollowed out cheeks. And you can just kind of fill this whole area in. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, do you see? You want the point of this to meet right where that happens when you suck your cheeks in. You get what I'm saying? You got it. I'm now going to take a bigger fluffy brush to try to blend this out a little bit more. And instead of like with normal contour where you blend up, we want to blend down and back. But blend until your arms are falling off. Like you cannot blend enough. This is going to be drastic, but we don't want it to be like too unrealistic. You know what I mean? You know. Okay, now we're going to take that same gray shadow and a big fluffy brush, dip it in there, and we're going to go ahead and contour around our temples and bring it back into our hairline. You guys, call me crazy, you guys, but I keep wanting to sing that like really, really old, like probably 70s song about a dancing queen, except for I want to make it blending queen. Like, she was the blending queen, strong and sweet, something, only 17. And I'm going to contour this because I feel like this is a little bit white. You get what I'm saying? Think I'm a double chinning a little bit. Ha ha. Oh, I broke a nail. Who has ever broken a nail while blending? Blending makeup and breaking nails. Whatever. Keep blending. While we're at it, let's go ahead and pick that little tiny brush back up. Well, I mean, you could get smaller than this, but this is what I'm going to use. Dip back into some of that gray. Knock off some excess. Let's chisel that gorgeous witchy glam nose out. All the way up to the eyebrows. That's right. Who likes a witch with a button nose? Me. So...
I don't know that.
All right, Alexa. Let's go ahead and chisel her out a little button nose. All right, guys, since I want her face sunken in, obviously I want her nose a little bit disheveled also. I'm going to put some of this gray in this area right here and blend that out. Now I think it's time to go ahead and darken up these eye bags. I'm dusting whatever's just left over from contouring my nose on my brush onto these areas. I'm making this face. See, I have these lines around my lips. I want to dust over them and these laugh lines as well. I'm going to do the same thing with this forehead wrinkle. Just very lightly brushing over it. You can see, I know I have like a really bad camera, but you can already see a little bit of the wrinkles that I'm starting to create. And I don't want all of this to be in gray because we're doing purple glam witch. So some of it's going to be in purple. So we'll go back over that later. Next thing we want to do is dip our brush in some more. And I want to crinkle my eyes up like this. And then go in here, kind of where your eye bags naturally go. And bring that down to just accentuate the eye bags. And make us look more tired, but it's gonna also accentuate the wrinkles as well. You can see the darker I get here, it's starting to make me look like I have a very wide set top part of my nose. So just bring some of that in as well. That side looks better than that side already, and we barely have any product on it. Looking good, ladies. I want more of a pointed chin look on my witchy poo, so I'm gonna go ahead and contour my chin into this point like that, like so. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is grab some purple, and for that I'm going to go into, well, the first purple, I'm going to go into my Ruby Kisses Luxe color palette and pick up this purple shade, which is, oops, sorry, which is My Lady. So yeah, and I'm going to pick it up on the same brush, so if we have any gray left over, it'll just kind of gray down the purple so it's not so vibrant. And for that, I'm going to start up here along my contour lines and just trace some purple over it. And drag it down a little bit. As you can see, I'm not filling in this entire like spot with purple. I just kind of trace lightly along the edges, and I'm putting more right up in here to kind of blend this harsh line out a little bit. And then I just kind of drug whatever was left over. I drug that down so that there is a little bit of purple infused in that, but it's not all 100% purple. And now I'm going to dip my big fluffy brush in, pick up some purple and dust that along my forehead everywhere we put the gray, but I'm bringing it in a little bit here. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of that purple and pop it in this socket of my eye right here. And run it up my forehead a little bit. We're basically going to put purple everywhere we put gray before. We're not going to put purple like on our nose contour. We want that to look a little bit more natural, I think. But we can put a little bit here in our smile lines. And go ahead and put it over your top lip, make this face, and get as many wrinkles as you can, and pat it on over your top lip. Let's go ahead and draw on our brows. And I'm going to draw a line under them, but I am going to go over where I have blocked my brows off. I'm drawing them kind of straight up. And we're going to go to about right here. And then I want a sharp angle coming down. Okay, so that's what I want essentially my brows to look like, just like extra, extra dramatic with a little bit of a wicked twist. So what I'm gonna do now is I have a little bitty brow brush, and I'm gonna start filling this in with black shadow. Okay, and now I want to start on the eyes, and for this we're gonna go dark. So pull out your blackest black, maybe some deep purples, and let's go. Just be very, very careful of fallout since we've already done all this work on our face. So I'm doing a lot of very light, like tapping in motions and stuff like that. And once I get the color placed down where I want it extremely carefully, then I'll go back and diffuse it a little bit. And I'm just gonna diffuse this a little bit into these lines that we've created just by flicking my brush up and down. I don't want to make like exactly black lines, like defined, but I'm just going to flick my brush up into them. And you can go ahead and connect the shadow to the front of your brow here. Like I said, be so careful of fall. If at any time you see any, just brush it away as soon as you find it with your powder brush. Okay, and once we get it laid down, let's pick up a fluffy blending brush. And you can just start flicking as you're blending up into your temple, because it's okay if it's sharp and pointed. Like, the weirder, the better with this look. Okay, I'm going to put some more concealer on the back of my very messy hand. I've been using my hands all day. Now let's take our concealer here and just cut the crease. I'm going to start on the side that I got it on my lid, because I know that that'll take more concealer because this is black. Okay guys, so sorry my camera cut off. Basically all I did was just cut my crease out. You can see it's a little bit more extended than it normally would be. And I'm going back and taking some black shadow. And you can see on this side I've already started here, kind of sweeping that out into all the way to my hairline. I want to make it very pointed and kind of just give a more, I don't know, a more creepy vibe. And I don't know why, but my camera right now is having like such a hard time focusing on all this makeup. It's making this look like it's got white in it, but it doesn't. It's just like shiny for some reason, shining off the camera at a different angle. But you can see it's, well, there you go. You can see it's black. It's just the way the camera angle is for some reason doesn't make it look like that. And so what I'm going to do for our lids is I'm going to take this like flat packer brush here, go back into my purple color, and I want to try to paint that all over the lid. Just go ahead and build that color up to where you want it to be. And now I'm going to take my lash glue and I'm going to go over that line just a little spot at a time. And then I have just this extremely fine glitter from Too Faced. It's their Nude Beam glitter. It's so finely milled. Can you see? So I'm going to go over with a little bit of lash glue, just one spot at a time, and then I'm going to put this on top of that. And I'm adding it to that line. And the lash glue is just gonna act like a glitter glue and let it kind of not go anywhere, have it stay in place. See? And I'm actually gonna do one more line just under the purple out on our wing. Just like that. Okay, and the final thing that we're gonna do before completing our look, we are gonna be an all-seeing witch. So I'm adding a third eye right here kind of in the center of my forehead, and I'm gonna sketch it out first using this NYX, the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, because it's the like tiniest pencil that I have. I'm sketching it out like ever so lightly right now. And then the next thing I want to do is sketch out the iris of the eye inside of here. I just roughly sketched out the eyeball. Okay, I kind of went in and sketched out an under eye and an over eye crease. I'm not the best artist, so this won't be the best, but we'll get what we're going for. Okay, now that I have the rough sketch out, I have my black pencil here, and I'm gonna go ahead and deepen that up and fill in the pupil with black. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just deepening in the corners of the lower lash line basically on this eye. And then I'm gonna trace my crease that I have right here because that's gonna be black. We're gonna do the black and the purple like we did on our regular eyes. And now I'm gonna start sketching out from either end. Very lightly. Kind of what our wing does here, going up from this eye. And I'm going to lightly fill that in with this pencil. And now I'm going to grab my black shadow and finish that off. Okay, now that I have that colored in, I'm gonna take this same brush with no more shadow on it and just kind of smudge out this lower lash line of my eye. And that's gonna create some depth inside the eye. You see how I have shadows over here? It's gonna do kind of the same thing. Okay, now I'm gonna reach back in and grab that same packer brush that I used for the purple and put it right here where the empty space is. And I'm gonna wing the purple up down the side of this black wing going into my hairline. I'm putting some purple in the middle of the lower lash line on the bottom. I feel like an alien, you guys. This isn't gonna come together until the lashes and costume and hair are done. Woo! Okay guys, and just to take it there, I'm gonna do a line of the gold with the lash glue, only on this center line. I'm not gonna go out to the sides. Okay guys, and now it's time to draw on some lashes on this guy using just this black eyeliner. Okay, and next I'm just gonna fill in my waterline using this black pencil also. Okay, and to fill in the white part of the eye here, I'm gonna go back in with that white cream eyeshadow. And this doesn't have to be perfect because you want the shadows of the black there, you want those to still be able to show through. See how that just lightened it up just a little bit? Like, whites of eyes are not actually all that white anyway, so it's not a big deal if it's not perfect. Then I'm gonna take a little more of my gray shadow and just enhance the shadows in the eyeballs again. And I don't have necessarily a green eyeshadow. Like, I thought that I did. Just found out I don't have any green eyeshadow. So somebody needs to help me out with that. Anyway, so I'm going to go in with like a mixture of different colors to try to simulate my eye color. I'm going to go in with a little bit of gray and dust it underneath this eye to simulate a shadow. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same on my real eyes. So for my real eyes, I'm going to first take some dark gray, not the black, because it's a little bit harsh, but I have a gray that's like almost black. So I'm going to take that and dust that all under my eye bags. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and add some Dramatic liquid liner and some lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so off camera, I went ahead and put on some liner and lashes, as you can see there, some purple lips, and I went ahead and just like teased my hair like crazy. Made it so big and poofy, like insane. And as just a little extra, I looked up some like witchy symbols just on Google and put some going down my neck. And I just dressed in this. It's really just like a dress. It comes to my knees. I know you can't see, but it's just this like black lacy velvety dress. And it pulls the whole look together so wonderfully. I actually think this is what I'm going to do for Halloween this year because I just had so much fun creating this, guys. So I really hope you enjoy it. If you recreate this, tag me. I want to see what you guys do. I want to see what you come up with because like I said, you can really make this look your own. But I hope you enjoyed today. I know that it was a little bit long. I am exhausted from playing and doing this all day, but I hope you guys enjoy it and I'll see you next time.